911. Do you need police, fire, or medical?
I need police there.
Okay, what's the location?
4602 National Street.
Okay, you said that was 4602 National Street.
That's correct.
4602 National Street. That's not coming up in my system.
Okay, you can try. Hold on. You can try 42nd Avenue. 4206 42nd Avenue. The building's on the corner, so that's probably why, might not be coming up.
Okay, you said it was 4602 on 42 Avenue?
Right. Try that, see if it comes up.
No, that did not come up.
Uh, the building is here.
What street is it on, sir?
It's on National Street and 42nd Avenue. It's on the corner.
National and 42?
Avenue, right.
Hold on.
The building's on the corner, and there's two doors. There's one on National Street, and there's one on 42nd Avenue.
One second.
Sure.
It's right on the corner of National and...
42nd Avenue, right.
Give me the building number again.
Okay, 42-06.
Okay, so it's 42-06 because first you gave me 46-02.
Oh,
Is that so? It's 42-06.
oh, I told you that before? Oh, okay. Right, because I guess
I
you
want to make sir. I have to make sure we're going to the correct place. So 4206 National Street, correct?
hold on. I'm checking in. I'm walking back to the door because I'm being terrorized every day, so I might be speaking like a little mixed up here. Right, 4206.
Okay, just off of 42 Avenue. So what is the emergency there, sir?
Sure. I'm being followed around by an organization that keep terrorizing me every day. They keep sabotaging my car, getting me fired job after job, stopping me from dating, interfering with my religion. Now,
And who is this that's doing this?
I said that this is an organization and corrupt people in law enforcement. There's two groups that's attacking me. Two groups. Two different groups.
Okay, so are you inside or you're outside of the building right now?
I'm outside the building. I'm outside the building. So this morning when I go get my shoes, somebody had broken into my car and they're sanding down my shoes. Brand new shoes. I just bought it Sunday. I put it on my...
So when did this happen? They broke into the vehicle when? Overnight?
They probably broke into the vehicle like overnight. I'm not sure when they broke into the vehicle. They keep breaking into the vehicle every time I'm not there.
Okay, so they took your shoes from the vehicle?
No, they had sanded down my shoes. And
Sorry?
they sanded down my shoes, sanded down, they wore it down.
So they didn't take the shoes, they just damaged them?
Right, they had damaged the shoes, they had sanded them down so that I have to buy me like another pair of shoes.
Okay, so do you know who it was that did this or you're not sure? Do you have a description?
I have no description, Morning. How are you? Good.
Okay.
I have no...
What is your last name, sir?
I have no description of them, but I just told you, law enforcement is part of it, and the organization that keeps following me around, they're part of it. And again, it comes on the news. It comes on the news that law enforcement get people fired from their jobs and they make people homeless.
Okay, sir, what is your last name?
Okay, so that's what they've done to me.
Alright, what is your last name, sir?
My first name is Andrew.
What is your last name?
My first name is Andrew. So, that's what they keep doing. Now, last time, they beat me up when they cut up my...
Do you have a phone number that you can be reached
When
on?
they cut my car seat, they came out to 3252 61st Street.
Do you have a phone number?
Hello, I'm talking. Hello, I'm talking. Hello, I'm talking. Hello, I'm talking.
Okay, but
Hello, I'm
the
talking.
information
I
I
had
need.
answered your questions. I'm talking. Allow me to talk. I
I
had
need
answered your
your
questions.
phone
I
number.
had answered your questions. Allow me to talk, please. Thank you. 3252 61st Street. Last time I called law enforcement, somebody cut up my car seat, cut up my boots. They threw me in the hospital. They came up. They beat me up. They threw me in the hospital. They took down the cameras off the building for no reason because they tried to cover up their tracks. They threw me in the sidewalk claiming that I was crazy. But it's too late. It's too late because I told my ministers that these terrorists, that's who they are, terrorists, they keep terrorizing me every day. And I showed them the video of them following me around. So it's too late. And nobody has come out and spoken to my ministers. Nobody.
Okay.
I
What is
spoke,
your phone number?
I spoke to the FBI. I spoke to law enforcement. I spoke to,
Sir.
excuse me,
Sir. Sir.
again, I'm talking. I'm talking.
Okay, but that's
I,
not the information I need. I need your
I'm
phone number.
talking right now. This is information that I'm
Sir.
being terrorized. Listen, listen. I'm being
Sir.
Stop interrupting. I'm being
Sir.
terrorized.
Sir.
I'm being
I
terrorized.
need you to
I
give me
need
your
you to
phone
listen
number.
to me. I'm being terrorized. Stop
Okay, sir.
interrupting.
Do you
Stop
want to give me your
interrupting,
phone number?
please.
Yes or no?
Stop interrupting, please. I'm
Okay.
being terrorized,
I'm
and this is
operator
what,
2628
and this is
assistant
what
as
happened to
soon
me.
as possible.
And this is what happened to me. Well, I call back.
New York City, 911, City Police, Fire, Medical.
Hello, I need police. I called before, but the guy had rudely hung up the phone to me. I was telling him that I'm being terrorized by corrupt people, law enforcement, and the organization that's following me around.
What's your location, sir?
I'm at 42-06, 42nd Avenue.
43-06.
No, 42-06, 42nd Avenue.
What are your two cross streets?
National Street and 42nd Avenue. Those are the two.
It says, hold on. 42-06, 42 Avenue.
That's correct.
Can you double check that address, please? Is it
4206,
42 Street?
42 Avenue. National Street, 42 Avenue.
1 second.
Sure.
Is that National Street and 42 Avenue?
That's correct. And when I called before, the guy had cut me off the phone very rudely. I was telling him what's going on. He kept asking me questions. I said, okay, so now it's time for me to talk to explain what's going on. And he rudely hung up the phone on me. That's why I'm calling
Okay.
back.
Are you sure the address is not 4206 National Street?
4206, right. It's
Yes,
what?
it said 4206 42 Avenue before, but right now that address is not showing for me. I do have 4206 National Street. So are you sure it's not National Street?
Okay, it could be National Street because the building is on the corner.
Okay. What is your last name?
First name is Andrew.
Okay. Telephone number you're calling from, please.
Okay, so like I told you before, I called before and the guy had rudely hung up the phone on me. So I had to explain what's going on. Because law
Okay, I
enforcement,
understand that, sir,
oh,
but
what do you understand? Tell
sir,
me.
trying to verify your previous phone call. So can you please tell me your phone number?
What do you understand?
Hello?
What do you understand?
What is your phone number?
So you don't understand. So allow me to talk,
I
please.
understand that you
No,
have the
no,
right to
I just
speak,
asked you
sir.
10 times, what do you
Sir,
understand? You cannot
I
answer my question.
understand that you
You,
have the
you
right to
cannot
speak.
answer my
I'm
question.
asking you to
You
give me your
cannot
phone
answer my
number.
question when I said, what do you
Sir,
understand? Now,
sir, again, what
as
is
I
your
was
phone number?
as I was saying before, when I
Sir,
when
hello?
I called law enforcement,
Hello, hello,
they came
hello.
out
Hello?
3252 61st Street and they beat me up.
Sir,
They put me in
hello?
the hospital and they took down the cameras off the building. That's exactly what they did. They took down the cameras off the building like Laquan McDonald in Chicago. When they murdered him,
All emergency
they
stands
had
are
erased
call
the
operator
video.
114.
They did the same thing. Look, I just call back. Why is it that they don't want me to speak? Some reason that they don't want me to speak.
Next City 911, do you need the police, fire, or medical?
Hello there, can I speak to the supervisor? Because people are being rude to me on the phone here. They keep hanging up the phone here.
You need to speak to a supervisor, please hold.
Thank you.
This is Supervisor Keener. How can I help you?
Hello there, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
Well, like, I'm not doing so good because I keep calling 911. I keep asking for assistance, and the people keep hanging up the phone on me because they don't want me to get on the recording at 911 that law enforcement is terrorizing me every day. I don't know why they don't want me to get that on recording, but that's what's happening. It comes on the news that law enforcement is terrorizing people. They're doing it to me. It's a court case that was done in court. It's nobody's opinion. Court case, law enforcement get people fired from their jobs and they make people homeless. That's exactly what they're doing to me. Now, I'm calling today because somebody had broken into my car and they had vandalized my shoes. Last time I called, they put me, they came out to my car, they beat me up, they put me in the hospital. They put me in the sidewalk claiming that I was crazy, and when I came out to get the video where they beat me up, they took down the cameras off the building like they did to a guy in Chicago named Laquan McDonald. They murdered him, they went to Burger King, and they had to erase the video. This is law enforcement. So this is a court case that law enforcement gave people fired from their jobs and they make people homeless. So they're interfering with my religion. They're interfering with me dating and starting a relationship, and they're interfering with me finding a place to live.
Would you like to speak with the IAB to file a report?
I spoke to them already, and so far I haven't heard nothing back from them, but I can speak to them again.
All right, hold on one moment. My operator's going to transfer you over to IAB, and you can tell them everything that's going on. All right, sir?
Okay, thank you. Oh, hello? Hello?
Hello?
All right, like, I'd like to have the police to come out to take a look at my shoes that was vandalized.
Okay, so what's the address?
Sure, it's 4206. It's National Street. 4206 National Street.
4206 National Street?
That's correct. Now,
This is an apartment.
no, it's the
Okay.
building.
Okay. Hold on one moment. What's the cross streets, please?
It's National Street.
I have on National Street between 42 Avenue and 43 Avenue.
All right. And what's your name again?
I'm PCP Groom.
Grown?
Okay,
Grown?
Groom, like a bride and groom.
Okay, Grown. Okay, Grown. My name is Andrew. Like I told you before. Now, this is what
I'm
I'm.
first speaking to you, okay?
All right. All right, now, Grown. This is what I'm going to do. Because since I have you on the line, and this is being recorded by 911, I'm going to give the cops my shoes, which they're not going to take. I'm going to ask them to check for fingerprints, again, which they're not going to take. Because they are the part of it that's following me around. Somebody had vandalized my shoes in my car. They broke into my car, and they vandalized my shoes. I'm going to give it to them, but they're not going to take it to check for fingerprints. So this is on recording at 911. So when they listen to the tapes, they're going to know that I had mentioned I'm trying to give the cops my shoes, but they're going to refuse to
Okay,
take it. Go ahead.
hold on. I'm going to connect you to IAB. Hold on one moment.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the Internal Affairs Bureau of the New York City Police Department. If this is a police emergency, please hang up and dial 911. You have reached the Records Unit of the Internal Affairs Bureau. If this is a police emergency, please hang up and dial 911. This office is open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. At all other times, you can leave a message at the tone or send an email to iabrec@nypd.org, and we will respond to your inquiry. Thank you for calling the... I did not recognize that as a valid entry. You have reached the Records Unit of the Internal Affairs Bureau. If this is a police emergency, please hang up and dial 911. This office is open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. At all other times, you can... Thank you for calling the Internal Affairs Bureau of the New York City Police Department. If this is a police emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you wish to make a quality of life complaint in New York City, please press 1. If you are calling to make a complaint against an agency other than the New York City Police Department, please press 2 now. If you wish to make a complaint against a member of the New York City Police Department,
Morning.
please
Good
press
morning.
3 to be connected to an available investigator.
Good morning. How are you? How you doing? Morning. Morning.
Internal Affairs Command Center, this is Officer Salome.
Hello, good morning. This is TCC 1201. I have a call on the line. I would like to make a complaint.
Is there a CAD number?
Have the CAD number 8348.
But I also like the police to come out to take a look at my shoes too. That been vandalized.
Sir, the police are coming as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
could you have the patrol supervisor, I'm sorry, sir, what was the reason, what exactly happened?
Oh, somebody broke into my car and vandalized my shoes. Last time they broke into my car, they cut up my car seat, cut up my work boots. I called 911. They came out, they gave me a beat down, and they put me in the hospital. They put me in the sidewalk claiming that I was crazy. So when I come out of the sidewalk, I go to the building to get the video that they beat me up, and they took it down like LaCroix McDonald.
Oh, so basically you called 911 previously.
Right, they vandalized my car, 3252 61st Street. They beat me up, put me in the hospital, put me in the sidewalk, claiming that I was crazy, you know. And it comes on the news that that law enforcement is terrorizing people. Like, you don't have to believe me. You could go to a program called Law and Disorder, lawanddisorder.org. Type in the search, type in the search box April 29th.
Operator, I'm P.O. Salome, you can disengage if you like.
April 29th. Hold on.
I'm with you, sir. Can I just take down your name?
Sure, Andrew.
Huh?
All right. So, right, you type in the search box April 29th. It shows you that law enforcement get people evicted from their homes to make people homeless, and they get people fired from their job. That's a court case. Nobody's opinion, but that's a court case.
Can I have your name?
Andrew, I told you, Andrew, Andrew.
You said Angel?
No, Andrew, Andrew. Andrew.
Okay, Andrew, right?
Andrew.
What's your last name?
Oh, like I normally give that like over the phone, but I give you my phone number.
Okay, what's your phone number?
516-595-3443. And I complained before to law enforcement, to the FBI, and like nobody has come out to speak to my ministers as the evidence that I had shown them. Because I told law enforcement that I showed them videos of this guy following me around, and they blocked the video. They was blocking the video from me recording that person. I was trying to record the person on my cell phone. They blocked me. So I pulled out the second cell phone and I recorded the first cell phone and the person following me around. And nobody has come out and spoken to my ministers. Nobody.
You
Not
called the police and they basically didn't help you.
now.
Or
See now, did I call the police? No, no. I showed the video to my ministers in my church. Not one minister, but several. But every time I call the police, they refuse to give me a police report when I catch people following me around.
and when did you report this to the police?
All the time. I can check my emails. Like the
Like when was the most recent?
last time I reported, see now, they had stolen my keys, so I reported that. But I was beat up September 4th of last year, September 4th, 2018. Good morning. And it came out, and they beat me up and they refused to give me a police report again. So I go to Chicago. I get beat up there. They refuse to give me a police report.
All right, but
Go
in
ahead.
New York City,
Go ahead.
I just need to know what is it? Are you making a complaint against the police?
Of course. Well, like law enforcement is doing it because I told you the court case. I would, like for example, like after they beat me up, I would email judges and lawyers, hey, I was beaten up by law enforcement. I get pulled over, and I'm given 2 tickets.
When did this happen?
Uh, I gotta check the emails. I gotta check the
No, I mean
emails.
like the incidents themselves that you tried to report to police.
Right. Again, I have to check the emails because my company told me, out of 5 drivers, I am the only one that get the most tickets out of 5 drivers because they keep terrorizing me because I keep emailing judges and lawyers. I was beat up by law enforcement and they keep pulling me over and giving me
When you say law enforcement,
police,
yeah, where exactly?
61st Street and Northern Boulevard. That's where they
When was
took
this?
61st Street.
No, not where, but when exactly did this take place?
September 4th of 2018.
And you reported that previously?
I had Did I report what previously? Did I report that my car was vandalized? Or did I
No,
report that I was beat up?
that you were beat up.
Right, right. I spoke to the CCRB, and this year I was emailing judges and lawyers this year saying, I was beat up. How can I handle the situation? I get pulled over, given 2 tickets. I did the same thing again. I get pulled over, given 8 tickets. I did the same thing again. This lady said, "You almost hit me." I did the same thing again, and I get 9 tickets this time. So
So the reason you called 911 today is because your vehicle was broken into?
my vehicle was broken into today, and they had vandalized my shoes. So I want to give my shoes to law enforcement that they could dust it for fingerprints to find out who's doing it. Now, last time I asked them to dust my recorder for fingerprints, they refused to take it. So for some reason, they're refusing to take my items to dust them down for fingerprints to find out who's attacking me.
And when was the last time they refused to do that?
When I had called 911, I told them that somebody had could open
Right.
my bag to my recorder because on my
Right,
recorder.
did you report this earlier today that your vehicle was broken into and your shoes were vandalized?
Okay, I'm trying to answer one question at a time. Last time I called the cops, I told them that somebody had broken into my recorder. They broke into my bag. They took my recorder, and I told them to dust it down for fingerprints, but they refused to take it.
Well, yes, when was that?
I'm not sure when that was. Okay, but what's your next question now? Because you was asking me like another question.
Yeah, you said basically you reported that your shoes were vandalized and
Oh,
your vehicle
today.
was.
Today, right.
That's today.
Right.
So, did you report that previously to today or no?
I just reported that now. I just reported that now to 911.
Okay.
Just now.
But you're basically complaining that the police did not prepare a report for you before in regards to,
Last time they vandalized my car on September
yes.
4th, 2018, they did not give me a police report. And that's not the only time that they refused to give me a, a police
You said
report.
that was 2018 that they
Right,
refused to give you one?
right.
Do you remember
2018.
when?
Do I remember when what?
When you called them and they refused to do that?
Sure, I told you. September 4th, 2018.
Okay. Do you remember which precinct it was?
114 precinct
114 in Queens?
in Queens, right. And again, they took down the video off the building. They took down the cameras like LaQuan McDonald in Chicago. They took it down. So I took the picture of the building, and I went to Google Maps, and Google Maps showed the cameras on the building.
Wait, this was in Chicago?
Okay, sure. I mentioned a
Right,
reference, like
right.
like in
Well, no,
Chicago,
Chicago, yeah.
a reference like in Chicago, the cops had murdered the guy, and they had erased the video. So what the cops do to me, they beat me up, and they had taken down the cameras off the building so that there's no
Hold on.
evidence. So
I'm talking about Chicago, like in New York specifically.
sure, sure. So like I mentioned that this is a similarity what law enforcement is doing to people. This is so it happened in Chicago. They erased the video. It happened here in New York. They did the same thing to me. They had to erase the video.
What video was that?
That was on the building. Sure, right. The video is September 4th, 2018, where law enforcement came out and beat me up.
Okay.
They
You
had to
said
erase
that.
that video.
All right, sir. There's police currently responding to your location. All right, sir.
Okay. And what's your name?
I'm Officer Salome.
Salvi, S-A-L-V-I?
Salameh.
S-A-L-A-N-E-H?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So like I'm gonna read for them now. I had
Yep.
reported this to the IAB before, and I spoke to Leo Ma. I sent
Yes.
them.
I see you did report something to IAB before. Do you remember the last time you made a complaint with IAB? The most recent time?
So like I kept sending Leo Ma my email, so I sent them like the evidence of my email that I would email judges and lawyers, and I get pulled over. So I kept sending him those emails so it's proof, that when I email the judges and lawyers, they keep giving me tickets, 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 and tickets. So they keep terrorizing me every day. But it's not only them, but there's like an organization of other people that's following me around too. So like, so it's like it's not only law enforcement doing it. So I'm saying there's somebody else that's assisting law enforcement that's doing it as well.
All right, sir. I'll go ahead and generate a complaint for you right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
And again, hello. You said that your name is
Officer Salome.
Officer Solomon. Now, like I told you before, I showed my ministers the evidence, and nobody has come out and spoken to my ministers because I asked them, has anybody come out and spoken to you? Not the site walk, not FBI, not law enforcement. Nobody has come out and spoken to my ministers, asking them about the evidence that I showed them of people following me around and that they are erasing my video or blocking me from recording them. Nobody. So I find that strange that nobody would talk to my ministers. Nobody.
All right, sir. I'll go ahead and generate the complaint then right away.
Right, it's not one minister, it's several ministers I showed in my church. Several ministers I showed.
I understand, sir.
Right. So it's proof, that I'm being terrorized.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir, for the call.